How's it going? I'm Greg Raposo. That'd be my introduction. And this is Vinny Raniola. You want to say hi, Vin?
Hey.
And in the corner, that's Camacho. Here, Camacho. Let him know.
Camacho says hello.
Oh. So let me tell you something. Usually when we do interviews, we like to try and, turn it into an exercise. So I like to call this real life soundtracking. It's almost like impromptu interview. Copyright Greg Raposo. Vinny, let's see. All right, here we go.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now?
Right now, I'm just really working on new material, and I've been recording some videos and just playing with some new equipment that I've got, and doing some shows here and there. And you could look forward to a bigger digital presence. There'll probably be a new website up soon, and stuff like that.
There's no better feeling surrounded in love. So good I could remember your name. It's possible, so possible. Tied in my foot, I'm holding my way. That's all that I got.
Name changes. You know what it is? They're really different bands. They're the different people in the bands. So that every name change was really like a band change. And there's a lot of people who were in a lot of those bands with me. For example, Vinny over here is one of the, if not the guy who's been in the most bands that I've ever had. So you have your longtime guys, your veterans, if you will. But for the most part, every time that it was a new band or it was just a new vibe going on, I just felt like the old name, it's like, being, a different person almost, So I felt like it was needed for that change.
So, you teach.
I do teach.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it goes hand in hand with producing. I work with a few different artists. I'll co-write with them. I'll go everywhere from vocal training to even to the downright performance training is probably, I would say, my forte. And so I think it's important to it's not meant in a rude way at all, but you correct somebody with the right intentions. I think that's, I love when people correct me or criticize me. I think that's how we, become better. So definitely, don't take anything, it's all in the name of progress.
Now, what's the best advice that you've been given?
Best advice I've been given. Someone once told me, "What will be, will be." And I thought that was really great advice. I took that to heart.
Now, if you could give younger kids advice who want to be musicians in the future, what would you tell them?
I would say to make sure that you're doing it because you love it. You gotta love it. You gotta have passion, real strong passion for the music. And as long as that's why you're doing it and you're really enjoying it and having fun, then you will be successful no matter where you are.
Now, how has your past careers, being in a boy band, stuff like that, affected your life now? Do you regret any of it, or do you cherish all the moments that you had?
Absolutely cherish every moment. I think that it's it was, if not one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had, and it's definitely played a big part in who I am. So yeah, just like what high school you go to shapes who you are. In a sense, that was like my high school.
Do you ever get noticed these days? Like, they were ever like, "Oh my God, you're from Dream Street," or do you have any weird fan stories?
Yeah, every now and then, but not very often. It's not like a problem. If anything, anytime somebody notices me, I'm like, oh my God! So, like I probably get more excited than they do when they notice me. So, rarely, but every now and then it happens. It's a great feeling.
Now, when you heard you were playing with Aaron Carter, what was your reaction?
I was like, cool, man. It's been a while. I was excited to see him. I spoke to him a little bit before. We were catching up, and I've done a lot of tours with that guy. So yeah, it's a very nostalgic feeling being here.
Now, if we were to look onto your iPod, would we find anything weird or maybe unexpected that people would think, oh wow, you have that on your iPod?
You know who I'm really into? That people probably wouldn't think. Rascal Flatts. I've been listening to a lot of Rascal Flatts lately, and they're awesome. So probably say that's a little I'm a little closet Rascal Flat fan.
What are some of your favorite memories that you have from back in the day? Any standout performances that you had that you just will never forget?
I have to say that I did a show at Nassau Coliseum. That was my first concert out of Dream Street as a solo artist, and seeing my name and hearing my name come through the speakers, and then even more so, a song that I wrote on my nightstand, come through Nassau Coliseum speakers and echo. I'm hearing like these are words that I wrote echoing in Nassau Coliseum right now was probably one of the highlights of my memories.
Now, if you could create a tour, who would you want on it with you? Any bands or artists?
Yeah, totally. I would love to tour with like Bruno Mars or like CeeLo Green or I don't know. I mean, anybody really. Like I'm all about doing things out of the box and collaborating. Like there's very few people I probably wouldn't want to tour with. Honestly, like John Mayer, Jason Mraz. I mean, there's so many people. Like it's how do you say? I would only tour with it. I would probably tour with you if you want to go on tour. You want to go on tour? We'll start
Sure,
one next
definitely.
week. Let's go.
Definitely. You can teach me how to play. I have no idea how to play.
No, it's a good business.
I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be Guys, make some noise for my sister Nicole. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's bring it up. I got my money. Let's bring it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump off my sofa. Let's bring it up.
Hey everybody, it's Greg Raposo, and you can check me out at gregraposo.com. You can also check out youtube.com Raposo Greg, and there's Reverb Nation Greg Raposo, there's Twitter at Greg Raposo. I'm all over the place, so it's not very hard to find me. And if you're into it, if you dig, then let's make some holes.